Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday the 2nd of February. I want to use the Glastonbury Tarot for today's reading. So I'm just going to choose 3 to see what the cards want you to be aware of here on this day and what energy you'll be working with. So first card is the Maid of Staffs, which is the Page of Wands. The Knight of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. Wow. Okay, so I see a battle going on. And because of Excalibur here, I feel that King Arthur is going to win. Well, if this is King Arthur, I mean, it seems like he's holding Excalibur. So what that says to me is that air beats fire, and air is the suit of swords. It has to do with communication, perspective, making decisions, the way you see the world, and really your way of making meaning. Fire is about life purpose and passion. So the message I'm getting really strongly is that if you think something is good and right and you're going in the right direction, and on this day you get someone who attacks that decision that you've made or the path you've chosen, it's important not to back down and not to let yourself be intimidated by someone kind of waving their arms at you and saying, no, don't go here, stop, you're making a mistake, or how can you do this? Anything like that. So there is some sort of serious conflict and a disagreement and 2 very opposing perspectives on something that are going to clash. And the way to win is to stick with what you're doing, because according to the cards, you're right here. And the reason why someone else is coming at you is totally different from what they're actually saying. So fire is about life purpose and passion. It's about saying, this is important to me. I'm going to overcome all the obstacles. I don't care how hard I have to work. I'm going to do whatever I can to reach this goal or to bring this into my life or to make it a reality for myself. So fire is forceful, it's warming, it pushes you forward. It gives you all that strength and momentum, but it can also be very destructive if it's not used properly. And the Maid of Staffs is the most inexperienced of all the court cards. So in this deck, we've got the Maids, which are the pages, then the Knights, which have some experience and make fewer mistakes, but they still make some, and then the Kings and Queens who are in charge of the element. They don't make any mistakes. They use the energy and channel it in a way that's constructive and positive. So the fact that we've got the Maid of Staffs here, a court card who is very inexperienced and doesn't really know what she's doing, she's kind of waving this fire around. She's naked. She's got this wooden stick here. So she's trying her best, but it kind of looks like an accident waiting to happen. And if she's going to make a mistake with fire, she's going to get burned herself. And she might be very destructive at times because she doesn't know how to consistently apply the fire. So she explodes and then everything goes to pieces. So as far as attacks from other people are concerned, this is not one that you need to take very seriously. This is someone who's just angry about something and wants to rage and drag other people down with her. And it doesn't have to be male, female. It can be either in your experience on this day. It can even be an institution that just has a go at you for some sort of unfounded reason. That's the point I'm trying to make. The Maid of Staffs is not a reliable narrator. If she says, oh no, how can you do this? You have to stop and do it my way. Then first of all, please look at who's actually doing the talking and who's giving you that warning. And also ask yourself, what reason could they have for this warning, this interference, and them putting kind of hurdles in my way? And if you look closely enough, I think you'll see today that it's either jealousy or it's just flat out rage and wanting to intimidate others. It's ineptitude someone who just doesn't quite know what they're doing. Maybe they're very passionate and on their journey, and because of your decisions, you get in their way, and they then decide to lash out and to be very destructive. The Knight of Swords has a little bit more control. So here he's using Excalibur in quite a demeaning way here to chop some weeds out of the way. So you see something's a little off, and he's wearing all this armor, so he's expecting some conflict, and he goes into that saying, I'm going to do my best. The Knight, though, the problems that the Knights have, even though they have more experience, so this is someone who is pretty reliable when it comes to his perspective. He sees things clearly and correctly. What he's saying, you can trust the information, that kind of stuff. But his issue is that he's too extreme because he hasn't got full mastery. And the Knight of Swords is extreme in the sense that if someone provokes him, he may yell back and really get into a screaming match, into a fight. And sometimes when he's actually expected to stand up for someone, like for instance, back someone up in a court case as a witness, because he has first-hand knowledge, for instance, of some sort of incident, he was right there. Everyone expects him to show up, and the Knight of Swords is nowhere to be seen. So he's unpredictable and he's unreliable. So the thing is that if someone or something comes at you in a way that you find nonsensical or simply aggressive, rather than turn your back and just say, oh, that's their issue, like, let me move on with my life, you're much more likely to come back at them. So you're easily provoked, I would say, on this day. So with that, the Knight of Swords, he understands things clearly. So the key thing to avoid conflict, I feel, is to really ask that question, why is this happening? What could their motivations be? Because the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords particularly, they will help you figure those things out very easily. And if you have that information then, that liberates you from having to react. The Knight will react if he feels like he doesn't know what's going on. So, yeah, knowledge is freedom here on this day. The Ace of Swords is a gift from the universe, and like Excalibur being delivered to you, it's this hugely empowering weapon, and swords has to do with information and ideas. It's your certainty in terms of the way you're thinking that's going to be your best weapon as such, your best protection. And that's what you can really rely on. That you've done your homework, you've thought it through, you've made a decision, and now you're going to stick with it. And even though that's not completely problem-free, that's the way to win, and that's what the universe is supporting you. That's the area the universe is supporting you in, so you may as well take advantage of that and face anything where you may be challenged, or people may try and, what am I trying to say? They may try and dissuade you. You know, if anything in your life where you really care and you want to, let's say you want to change jobs, or you want to move house, or you want to take a new course. Basically, you've had an idea and now you want to do something about it. That is really the area where you're going to do well. So look at that and don't let yourself be dissuaded. So okay, so what I'm trying to say is deliberately put yourself in situations where pressure is going to be exerted, because on this day you're not likely to be shaken in your point of view, in your beliefs, and in your perspective. Right. Okay, I'm just getting some other things here. I'm getting that these can show up as characteristics or as people, right? So if this is two people, which is what I feel when I first saw this spread, that there's lots of conflict with others, it can also be conflict on an internal level. So I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. I don't have the experience, and I may make a lot of mistakes. And at the same time, I am so rigid in terms of my thinking. I want to do what's right and correct rather than what I'm passionate about and what I care about. So it's almost like self-censorship in that case. And that's the opposite of the Ace of Swords. Don't censor yourself, express yourself. And use your certainty to get your point across. Oh, so this is a good day then to educate other people, to influence other people if you're trying to get some people on board with what you're doing. Anything where you need to use that certainty to either convince someone else or to get your point across or to make them willing to listen. Anything where a little bit of a push is required. Really try and schedule that in today, because you will find a way to get people to listen and to make that a reality. Just like he's chopping the weeds away, you're going to clear a path so that you can progress. Wow. Okay, number-wise, we've got each one of these cards counts as 1. So the numbers here are 3, and 3 is communication and new beginnings. So use this epiphany, these great ideas, to actually start something new, whether it is a new course or a new business or a commitment to making changes in your work or in your living situation, anything at all. So you're the master of your own destiny here. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share it online. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.